Losing a job is a lot. The noise from everyone and maybe even from inside your own head, it can be totally overwhelming, right? So let's just quiet things down for a minute. This is a gentle guide for your first 7 days. And look, the goal here isn't to fix everything. It's just to help you find your footing, one day at a time.
And yeah, I'm talking directly to you. If this just happened, this is for you, right now, in this exact moment. I really want you to know that you're not alone in feeling this way. This whole guide, it's designed to meet you right where you are, with no judgment. Okay, before we dive into any of the steps, let's get one thing straight. Probably the most important thing you need to hear right now is this. It is okay to fall apart. Seriously, it's okay to not be okay. The pressure to just bounce back immediately, it's huge, but it's not realistic. It's not human. So for now, let's just give ourselves permission to be.
There's so much advice out there, and it kind of falls into two camps. You've got that hustle culture voice screaming at you, stay positive, get back out there, update your resume, go, go, go. It's all about doing. But that's not what this is. This is about being. It's about taking the time to feel, to connect, to heal, long before you even think about hustling again. All right, so let's dive in. The first part, the first couple of days, is probably the most important. It's all about just giving yourself permission to feel. These first 2 days, they're the foundation for everything else. And here's what that looks like. It's a simple roadmap for the week. Just 7 days, 7 really small steps. There's no pressure, no big deadlines. Each one just builds on the last, taking you from that initial shock to slowly and gently reclaiming your story. So, day 1. Your only job today is to resist that urge to do anything. Just feel it. Think about it. This is a real loss, and loss needs space. So please don't rush it. Don't try to ignore it, and definitely don't judge yourself for what you're feeling. Your first impulse is going to be to jump into action, right? But trust me, the most productive thing you can possibly do right now is just pause. And just so we're clear, feeling it doesn't mean sitting there politely. No, it's about letting it be messy. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to scream into a pillow, do it. Write down every single ugly, messy thought you have. The point is, you don't have to be strong right now. You just have to be human. Okay, day 2. After you've spent a day just sitting with your own stuff, it's time to let one person in. And I want you to be really intentional about this. This is not a networking call, it's a connection call. You're going to call that one person who gets you, the one who loves you, not for your job title. And please hear me on this. Reaching out like this, it's not weakness. It's the exact opposite. It is an act of strength. It's you building your own safety net. It's a reminder that your job was just a part of your life, not the whole thing. This connection, this is what's going to keep you from spiraling all by yourself. All right, so once we've handled that first emotional wave, we can move into the next phase. This is all about finding some clarity, getting a little bit of your truth back. It's time for some quiet, honest thinking. So on day 3, I want you to grab a piece of paper or a notebook. It's a really simple but super powerful exercise. Make 2 columns. On one side, write down things I liked. On the other, things I hated. And be brutally honest with yourself. I mean, really honest. Maybe the pay was awesome, but the burnout was just soul-crushing. Maybe you loved the people you worked with, but you hated the micromanagement. Get it all down. Now, this isn't about blaming your old boss or just complaining. The whole point is to find the patterns. When you see it all laid out on paper, a really powerful truth can emerge. And that truth is often, hey, maybe I wasn't failing. Maybe I was just in a place that was a terrible fit for me. And that realization, that's a huge first step. And all of that, it leads us to day 5. And a single, really big question. After you've made your list, I just want you to sit with this one for a bit. Was I even happy there? And don't feel like you have to answer right away. Just let that question hang in the air. See what comes up. And listen, if your gut, honest answer is no, that is not a failure. That is a breakthrough. That is pure awareness. And that awareness might be the most valuable thing you get out of this whole crappy experience. Because that's the real starting line for building a career that actually fits you. Okay, now we're moving into a phase of gentle action. we're going to focus on really small, doable things that help you reconnect with who you are and, just get a little bit of that feeling of control back. Day 4 is super simple. Your job is to do one thing, just one, that reminds you that you are a whole human being outside of a job title. This has nothing to do with being productive. It's about being present. Go for a walk. Cook a meal you actually enjoy. Put on some music. These little things, they're not lazy. They're absolutely essential for healing. And that brings us to day 6. So after you've had some time to process and rest, it's time to build just a tiny bit of momentum. And the keyword here is tiny. I'm serious. We are not talking about applying for a bunch of jobs. We're talking about one small, achievable win. So what does a tiny one look like? It could be as simple as updating your LinkedIn headline or just saving one job posting that looks kind of interesting. Maybe you just email an old coworker to say hi, or even just clean off your desk. These little wins, they might seem insignificant, but they're so powerful. They send a little signal to your brain that says, hey, I'm still moving, I can still do things. And that's how you start rebuilding your confidence piece by tiny piece. So here we are, the final day of this first week. This last step is all about setting the right mindset for whatever comes next. On day 7, I want you to do something. I want you to say these words out loud. Say them to the mirror, whisper them to yourself, whatever works. Just say, this is not the end of my story. Let that really sink in. This whole thing, it's a chapter. It is not the entire book. You're still the one holding the pen. You get to decide what happens next.
Look, if you take away just one thing from all this, let it be this. The goal of this first week was never about getting a new job. It was about protecting your peace. That's it. Because when you start to rebuild from a place of calm, from a place of clarity, you don't just bounce back faster, you bounce back wiser. So I want to leave you with this thought. We live in a world that just screams hustle, hustle, hustle. But I want you to remember that healing isn't wasted time. It's not a detour. It's the actual foundation for your comeback. Taking this week for yourself isn't weak. It's strategic. It's smart. And it's the most powerful first step you can take towards building whatever is next for you.